Hey everybody, good Saturday morning. This is First Warn Storm Team Chief Meteorologist Brad Panovich. Here's the latest on Florence as the rain bands are now here and the rain will only progressively get worse. I tried to sleep a little this morning, I'll be honest with you, but started doing some phone calls and radio this morning. Then I heard the rain hitting my window and I was like, I can't sit there. So I thought I'd get up and start posting updates, even with a couple hours of sleep. So here's the circulation center. It's crawling again. It's only moving 3 miles per hour. The concern for us are these heavy rain bands, which you can see right there. I've highlighted them, and the concern is the rain bands, the two of them really, are kind of lining up with Charlotte. In fact, even this morning, which is a little surprising, I didn't think we'd see it move in as heavily as it is, but this is a rain band that's producing, a couple inches of rain per hour, and we've got to watch that carefully because there is a pretty deep connection to the tropics. You may have seen me post that tropical graphic last night, and what I was referring to is I'm looking for a connection down into the tropics, and there is of moisture coming around this system. So it has a steady supply of water. It's like a fire hose. This thing's connected down into the Caribbean, into the tropics. So as long as that connection is there, you're going to see a huge amount of moisture moving in to the region. So you can see across Charlotte, we're starting to see some of the heaviest rain bands move into the region. Now I'm going to stop this and I'm going to turn on the wind gusts because we've had some pretty good wind gusts today. You can see generally winds have been gusting between 25, 35, and even 40 miles per hour at times. Now normally that's not a big deal, but with the rain now coming and the rain mixing down some stronger winds, which are up around 5,000 feet, we will see gusts of 40 possibly that could bring down trees. We've got some people without power already, and with people without power, it's not likely going to be restored. Duke is not going out into this weather to do repairs. So you're kind of on your own until the storm moves on. So if you're without power, don't count on it coming back anytime soon, even if you're in the Charlotte area. We saw some power outages last night and people said Duke wasn't telling them when it was going to be restored because they won't go out. They can't put their linemen up in those cherry pickers in this wind and rain. So they're going to wait till the storm moves on. Now, the concern for later tonight is that the heavy rain band, which you see extends back to Jacksonville, is going to start moving our way. And I want to show you some of the 24-hour rainfall totals. If I can throw them up here real quickly, I'm going to show you. I got to switch to the 24-hour totals. And this is 24 hours, so just in the past 24 hours to show you some of these totals out here around Jacksonville are around 24 inches. Havelock, these are 24 hours, don't include a lot of tomorrow, but that rain band right there in particular is producing a lot of rain in a short period of time. In fact, let me show you the 12-hour precip totals if I can get it back to this area. We'll show you the just the 3-hour totals are approaching 4 to 5 inches per hour. Let me go to 1 hour amounts precip rate. So you can see the rate of rain in some of these is around 2 to 3 inches per hour. So that band has the potential to produce some seriously heavy rain in a short period of time as it moves in from the west. And the way it's looking, this is going to line up directly over Charlotte because as the low, or circulation, I'm calling it a low now because it's still a tropical storm. It'll be a depression, but it's going to eventually be a low. As it moves off to the east, this band will push right through the Charlotte area, and you're looking at some big time totals developing by tonight and tomorrow. So the weather will only progressively get worse tonight into tomorrow. And after dark, I would suggest not being outside because when it's dark, you can't see trees coming down. The road could be flooded. You don't know if it's there. So if you got stuff to do, get it done today in the rain. And then tonight, maybe hunker down and wait till this thing moves off to the east. That would be my suggestion right now. So let's talk about what's going to happen today. This is Futurecast. This is future radar from the NAM-WRF model that we use. It's a short range model that does pretty well in these events. I'll go through time and you can see that heavy rain band continues to move in as we go through the afternoon hours. We'll get to about lunchtime. And you can see that rain band. It's really showing up pretty well on the model data. You can see it's basically this band right here, which becomes the primary band. This is our fire hose. That's the band we don't want to see sit over Charlotte for very long, even if it's aimed at us at a lower rate. But you can see really into tonight and into early tomorrow morning, really heavy rain. You see all the yellows and reds. And this is tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. So I'm really concerned about Sunday morning that we'll see the heavy rain. This is 6 a.m., 7 a.m. And look at the band. You can see it kind of oriented, kind of over us. It looks a little bit more disorganized, but this is the band sitting right there over Charlotte. And oh, by the way, it's intersecting the mountains as well, which is going to end up producing a whole bunch of issues up there because this will hit the eastern and southeastern facing slopes and that will cause higher rainfall rates because those showers and storms will just anchor right there on the eastern facing slopes. Here we are at 11 a.m. tomorrow, noon tomorrow. We go into the afternoon. The rain is still sitting over us, pushing slowly to the north, and you can see another band forms, it looks like, tomorrow night right in here. Where does this band set up? So there's a couple different bands in there tomorrow night. So this is tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, 9:30, 10:30, 11, 12, and then we go into Monday and we have another couple bands. These are more scattered, but just so you know, they're going to be around through tomorrow. So how much rain are we talking about with this system? Well, let me show you. This is the updated graphic here that will show for the rainfall forecast. It shows that band intersecting the mountains and then moving down through here with anywhere from 5 to 10, but some of these amounts are 12 and 11. I think the high end is not going to be as widespread as you see. Those will be isolated amounts, but if you kind of look at the brown area, which is the area I'm looking at, once you get into the brown, you're at 5 inches, okay? So that's what I look at, and 10 inches is in the purple. So if you think about it, without looking at the specific numbers, that's 5 to 10 within that area. Excuse my poor drawing. So 5 to 10 with isolated amounts near a foot of rain. Now the potential for gust with this are pretty high as well. Let me load the wind gust here real quickly, and I'll show you some of the gusts that we could see with this system. As I load the data, you'll see it load, and these wind gusts, especially near the surface, could be gusting to 40 miles an hour. When you're getting these pinks show up, and see how it's in that band? So those are wind gusts that could develop in this area, right around 40 to 50 miles an hour in some of those gusts. So that's the potential with those gusts that we're going to have to watch carefully with that rain band. And it doesn't matter if it gets to 50, if it's in the 40s for wind gusts, we're certainly going to see the potential for some trees coming down. I can't imagine that we're not, especially the more moisture we see in the soil. So again, let's recap, and I'll show you the current radar. That's where we are now. And as we go into tonight, we are going to see significant heavy rain moving in. So this is it, folks. It's not going to miss us. I think folks were thinking it was going to miss us, or because it was delayed, it wasn't going to happen. This is the real deal. So prepare for this storm now. Watch for flash flooding. Please have a way to get flood alerts, especially during the overnight hours, because we're likely to see flash flooding occur tonight into tomorrow morning while you're sleeping. Make sure you charge everything up. We're going to see power outages, so plug your phone and leave it plugged in today and tonight when it's on your nightstand, because as soon as the power goes out, you're kind of left with what charge you have. So I'll have coverage throughout the day, obviously. I'm here for the duration into tonight and tomorrow. We'll keep you covered. Don't freak out. It's not one of those kind of storms. I'm here to help you out. We'll get you through this storm, and so will everybody at NBC Charlotte. Be safe out there today. Enjoy your weekend with your family. Great time to spend stuff inside. My kids are building soccer fields downstairs and doing cool stuff that we can do inside. And obviously a lot of you will be watching football, and I will be too, kind of out of the corner of my eye, especially my Buckeyes tonight. Take care, everybody.